and Brownie.
The podcast.
Morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your Thursday.
Good morning. I thought I had to wake up this morning and put out a public statement on social media that I'm not dead like Peter Hellier did early in the week.
What happened?
Well, the first headline I see this morning was Brownie gunned down overnight. I thought, shit.
Oh, my God.
They got him,
It
finally.
was a Sydney crime boss.
Called Brownie.
Brownie. Yeah, but it was with
Wow.
an IE though, Swanee, so I didn't feel the need that I needed to put it out there.
That's the only reason you knew that it wasn't you.
Exactly right.
Who would
I'm
shoot
glad I
you?
didn't get gunned down last night.
Who would shoot you?
Sam
us-
Pang, I feel like he'd sneak out of the bushes.
I got a photo of him last night eating his noodles that I
Pang.
got him, the surprise
Oh,
noodles.
yes, the David Cheng noodles.
He said it was delicious.
They look pretty nice. Even
Yeah.
the packaging looked pretty cool.
I agree. We'll find out today whether he was just making that up or whether it was actually tasty.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of food, I've got a great story of love and friendship next.
Alrighty. Also, CSB Idol, we're going to play that. We haven't done it in a while. The Harry Styles tickets today aren't at 8:30. They're at 7:30. Jackie, are they flash ones today, Jack?
Are they the VIP
Yeah, they
package?
the flash boys or the normal boys?
No, we're back to normal.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. Still.
Still good.
It's Harry, though.
Yeah.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Look smarter these holidays.
With whatif.com, you can book everything for your trip all in one place.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
Make up for missed holidays with What If. It's Aussie for travel. Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
Good morning, Melbourne. It's Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Over 100. A quick reminder that it's the last 2 days to win first class and 50K. Get on the damn radio.
You've got to get in it to win it.
Yes.
I've realised one of my superpowers is I'm a good friend.
You are a good friend.
Yeah, it's not often that you hear people
Yes.
say what they're good at, but I'm a good friend.
Thank you for being.
And yesterday, if you're my friend, you will know it. Do you know what I mean?
Nah.
You know, you're my friend, Deano. And you know it, don't
Well,
you?
you got
I do.
David Cheng noodles for Pang.
That's right, he's my
Shipped
friend.
all the way from Nashville,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Well, from New York City via Nashville, yeah.
A lot of effort.
They had a stopover, those noodles.
He's bloody flew me to Bali one time. That's wild.
That's right, because I just went, build some memories, and he didn't have any money, and I went, I'll pay for it.
Absolutely.
Who cares? Come.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
Great trip.
We had that big villa. That was great.
I fell in love.
Yeah. With who?
Yourself.
Myself.
Yeah.
And that's special.
Yesterday,
That's when he finished
yesterday I
that
got
little
the,
website.
All right. Okay.
yesterday I got the call
Ruining
up.
it.
From memory. You had a very nice
We're
time.
ruining the nice moment.
Here we are. Yesterday I got a call up from my soulmate Joel Chrissie, who you know from various television experiences and the drive show here on Nova. Where he doesn't cook very much, right? And he's a man of simple pleasures. He likes chicken soup and spaghetti bolognese, which happen to be two of my other superpowers.
That's a pretty handy quinoa, though. Or a daily double, if you will.
Yeah, boy.
A daily double, particularly when you're my friend.
Oh,
Because I can keep you in those two things
course
until
you
you
can.
die.
Yep.
For the rest of your life, because you know that I've got that big deep freeze inspired by my own
you can
grandmother.
do an episode of that. Remember the bloke that just ate potatoes for a whole year, or McDonald's for a whole
right.
year? You could do that, chicken soup and spaghetti bolognese for a whole year as a little experiment for Joel Creasy.
I reckon you'd be healthier at the end of it, unlike the burger experiment.
Yes.
So you know I've got this big deep freeze in my laundry, inspired by my grandmother, who used to sort of bend at the waist at a right angle and dig around in there and find treats and treasures. And normally I've got a lot of chicken soup in there because, you know, you make a big one, then you freeze it, and then you make another one, you freeze it. He texted me out of the blue and said, you wouldn't happen to have any chicken noodle soup on you. Wow. I'm at a photo shoot in the middle of St Kilda. No, I don't have it on me. I don't carry it. I don't carry it with me. Anyway, I knew.
feel like you could be like Teddy Whitten, though. So Teddy Whitten, legendary Teddy Whitten, worked for Adidas, and he would carry around a bootload of Adidas football boots and an array of gear. And whenever Teddy Whitten would pull up, he'd just open his boot, and it was like Santa Claus. You could be the same. You could be the Teddy Whitten of chicken soup. Like, imagine if you had some sort of cooling system in the boot of your car,
Yeah.
and just wherever you went.
Do you feel like Teddy Whitten?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like the Teddy Whitten of chicken soup.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So now that we've established that I am the Teddy Whitten of chicken soup,
Yeah.
I knew that I didn't have any in my deep freeze.
Yeah.
And that panicked me because when a friend asks for something and I can't deliver it, I get very upset. So I went home and and I said, I'm gonna try and get this done because chicken soup is a long process, and I didn't get home until about 4:30, and I knew that he was finishing at 6. So what I did was I did dueling pots.
What?
Ooh.
I did the vegetables
What?
for the finished soup in one pot, and then I did free range chicken necks.
Well, you really gone top end, free
Yeah,
range.
because I can't do it do it half-assed either.
Couldn't you just go to Char Grills and grab a hot chook that's already made?
I could have,
Okay.
but I didn't have the time
Right,
either.
right.
I had to work with what I had, so I made a delicious stock. It's bubbling away.
They're dueling.
Dueling pots. So by the time the stock was done here, the veggies and the pasta were cooked in that water.
Yes.
2 hours later, I had a huge pot of delicious chicken soup. And I said to Joel, if you can swing past here straight after you're on air, this was 12 hours ago, about 6:15 p.m, I will furnish you with a fresh hot chicken soup and a container of my finest spaghetti bolognese.
Did you say you'll be in Chicken Town, bitch?
That's what I said.
Yes.
He said, what's your address again? I said, Chicken Town, bitch.
Yes. And then you went out to the car and you undid your boot like Teddy Whitten.
Yep.
And you just gave him his supplies.
Yes, and there were feathers flying out of my boot. It's the chicken
Hey,
van.
that's a good effort.
Mate.
You are good like that, especially I love coming into winter because you do cook up for us all these different soups.
That's how I said goodbye to
furnishes
him.
me.
I said, "Lucky for you, Joel. This will never happen again because we're coming into soup season,
Yeah.
and I'll never be caught short again." And then I sent him on his way, and I was a good friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Go home, bitch.
I said, "You're getting. I'm going to escort you out of Chicken Town, bitch."
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
This is Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie Ideal.
Yes. Yes. It's a hear it, sing it game.
Anyone watching The Voice?
Saw it last night. Jess Mowboy got up with one of the girls, one of the contestants,
Yeah.
which would be probably she's coaching.
Yeah.
A beautiful duet.
What they sing? Can't remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I
It's actually
knew.
really
I need to
song.
live there because Liv's the lyric master
It's a
like
good
you.
season,
She's a great
apparently.
rememberer.
She's a
of
great
songs.
rememberer.
Jake, Chrissy's playing for you, Jake. Say hello to Chrissy.
How's it going, Chrissie?
Good, mate. I'm going to win this for you. I don't know what we're playing for, but it's going to be good.
$250
absolutely.
what if voucher.
Oh, that's
You
pretty
can
cool.
get away, Jakey. Yes.
Arthie. Good morning, Arthie and Barrick. Brownie's your singer.
Good morning, Brownie. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Arthie. I'll be doing my best for you.
Thank you.
Here's how it works. The robot spits out a word. You buzz in with your name and then immediately sing a song. Traditionally, Jonathan will buzz in and then take an hour. That's no good, John.
No, that's not right.
It
And
is.
then I
It
forget
is.
to
That
buzz
is right.
in and just start singing.
I've got
Either
better
way.
at this game.
Here we go. Round one, best of five.
Hang on, so you say your name.
Yeah, you go,
Yeah.
Chrissy
Yeah.
or Jonathan.
Juggernaut!
Yeah, that's it. Oof, he's fast. I'm not going to be able to
See, I
beat
slept
that.
mate
Chrissy.
last night.
Yeah,
Joking.
that was good.
Heart. Chrissy.
Chrissy.
She's a little there.
Heart, you can't break my heart. It's an inner cherry track.
Anyone? Anyone?
Heart,
Yes.
heart, you think you're so smart.
You understand,
If you
early
meant
it
what
felt
you
like-
did.
Yeah,
A lie.
it felt like a lie.
100%. Yeah.
1-0.
I couldn't think of a heart.
Here we go.
Watermelon.
Juggernaut!
Oh, here we go.
Watermelon sugar, huh? Watermelon sugar, huh? Watermelon sugar, huh?
Is he saying huh?
Yeah.
Like he's laughing after the watermelon?
The song is called Watermelon Sugar Ha. And that's the song he's singing. It's by Sari Hiles.
Sam, if you're listening, please call 1320.
Watermelon sugar, huh?
No, it's not ha. It's hi.
Hi. Yeah, I like to put a little tweak on it.
Oh, is
That
it your
was-
own version?
That was magnificent. The JP remix. Harry Styles, the Jonathan.
As the days go
Juggernaut!
Oh, here we go.
As the days go by, I get a little closer now. Or closer to. As the days go by, I get a little closer to.
Yep. That's good, mate.
Thank you very much.
That was awesome.
How good's that, Arthie?
I mean, you're You're a muso.
Just stop it now, I reckon.
I'm so
We're running late.
sorry, Jake. I'm enjoying Jonathan singing so much that
It's
I
beautiful.
do
It's
throw
absolutely
them.
beautiful.
All right, one off the win, John. Here we go.
Shallow.
Juggernaut.
Chrissie's in.
Oh my God, I
Jonathan
nearly
just
broke it.
struck the desk and it was like Thor's hammer.
In the shallow. What about you sing it?
In
John?
the share. I can't get the voice.
You almost
today.
had
I
it there
can't
for
hit
a
that.
second.
You almost had it.
Swan's back in the game.
Tony. This is for the win.
2-all. This is for the win. Let's roll.
I'm really nervous.
Angels.
Juggernaut.
Jackie. It was Chrissie. Chrissie?
Jeez, that was my wedding song. I can't believe it.
Hang on, was it angels
This is-
or angel?
Plural.
I check the tape. Check the tape. It's a joke. I can't handle it.
Mate, we're going to have to sedate you in a second.
I can't think of the song.
Oh, my God. For the win.
It's your wedding song.
Yeah, I know.
It feels like Swanee just...
I've got a block.
I've just realised what just happened. Swanee just wants you to
Let's
hear...
sing it together.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. You start.
Let's go to the next.
I can't remember it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, well,
What's wrong with me?
I'll do Guy Sebastian's then.
No, we got...
Hey.
No one wins. You
Okay.
both lose and everyone listening is losing. Here we
just
go.
Well, am I
FYI, he can't remember his wedding song. That's the takeaway here.
For the win.
Better.
Magic.
Sorry?
Magic. I'm almost fainting.
Did you say Badger or
I heard
Mad
Mad
Jack?
Jack. I heard Mad Jack as well.
I started with better, but it's got
Jesus
confused.
Christ.
It just got
His
mixed up
own
on the way.
face, like he was looking at his mouth like, what are you doing?
Oh, we're going to go. Jake and Arthur, you both win a $250 What If voucher.
Sorry for that.
Congratulations, gang.
Oh, thanks, guys.
So we're all winners now.
We all
We're
won.
winners.
What if you took the jet ski to the seaplane to the brekkie buffet? It's time to make up for missed holidays. Visit
Oh,
whatif.com. Mad Jack.
Epic.
What if?
Badger, I'm
Badger.
sure I heard. Badger!
That
What
was
if?
like
It's Aussie for travel.
handmate.
Ever wanted to offer the team some direct feedback? Well, you can. Shoot us an email at breakfast@nova100.com.au to be part of Chrissie, Sam and Brownie's mailbag.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Today and tomorrow is your last chance to get in the running for Nova's first class and 50k
I
jar.
love this story. Firefighters in Washington State, that's in the US of America, had to rescue a woman from a public toilet after she fell in while trying to reach her dropped phone.
Love that.
In the US of America.
The US of America. She was on top of Washington's Mount Walker. It's a big mountain, Swanee. Where the
Did she
woman.
walk up there? Is that what?
Yes, she walked up there.
She's a walker. She's my type of
She
woman.
got to the top and she needed to have a little whiz. So she entered the vault toilet, which is another term for the long drop.
Oh, yes.
Ever had to use a long drop,
I
Swanee?
have. They have long drops on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Hell.
That's right.
They stink.
I did it on the Kokoda Trail.
Not long enough.
No, absolutely.
Some would argue.
Hell.
I didn't get long enough. I was sitting on the long drop and Lethal interrupted me. He wanted to use the long drop at the same time. Piss off, Lethal.
I thought he
Find
just
your
wanted...
own long drop.
I just thought he wanted to chat like kids do when you're in the toilet.
What was the most you kicked in a game, Brownie?
Get out of it, Lee. I just need 2 minutes.
The woman in her 40s is said to have been using her phone. So still had reception up in Mount Water when she dropped it down into the long drop.
Oh, that would be see you later at the end for me.
Well, that's right. You would have thought so. Any normal human being would do that. However, not for her.
Oh.
She went on to then disassemble the toilet seat and then used her dog leads, because she had a couple of dogs up there with her, used her dog leads to try and reach it.
Okay.
So she tied, and then when that didn't work, she tried to tie the leads to herself for security before lowering herself down into the long drop so she could sort of reach down and grab the phone. However, the manoeuvre did not go to plan, and she ended up falling into the long drop.
Oh, my God.
Face first in a heap of shoe. She attempted to escape.
That is disgusting, and she deserves it.
Absolutely. She attempted to escape for the next 10 to 15 minutes with no luck. However, she managed to sort of wriggle around and find her way to her phone, which fortunately enough for her still worked.
Yes.
So she called 911 and said, I'm stuck in the long drop up the top of Mount Walker.
She would have been head first.
Yeah, she was. Can you come and save me?
Lucky she didn't die. Do you remember in this exact same situation?
Swanee.
The guy fell inside a paper mache rhinoceros and died.
And died, absolutely. Well, this guy was saying that, so the head firefighter, Tim Manley, what a manly firefighter, he turned up and said that she was very lucky, extremely fortunate not to be overcome by the toxic gases or sustain a severe injury.
Having said that would take me a lifetime to get over that trauma. I think I'd rather die
Absolutely.
than live through that experience.
Well, Manley's been a firefighter for 40 years.
He's
manly
seen it
by
all.
name and manly by nature.
Absolutely.
He's seen it all, John.
Seen it all, except for that. First time in 40 years he's seen. That's what he said. He described it as a pretty unique situation.
Wouldn't be dead for quids, huh?
Absolutely. So I've been up all night.
Yep.
I've been thinking of a question that'll really resonate with
our audience.
Our fair city
I
here.
can't wait for
with
that
our
off the
audience.
back of this story.
Absolutely. Off the back of it. So what I came up with at about 3 o'clock this morning, after many hours of deep thought, give us a call.
Oh, God.
13 24
Get
10.
to it.
Where did you get stuck? Right.
I'm going to remember where I was when I heard that question.
Give the man a medal.
Where did you get stuck?
24-10. Where'd you get stuck? We've got so many prizes.
Got a ring to it.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Browny on Instagram.
What have you got stuck in?
Oh, can you believe it? A girl was up in a mountain in America, and she was on the long drop toilet, and she dropped the phone in there, and she tried to retrieve it and ended up in the long drop herself. Can you bloody believe it?
Idiot.
So we threw it out there. Where did you get stuck? Carolee, how are you, Carolee?
Good, thank you. How are you guys?
You've been stuck somewhere?
Yes, I was trying on a dress for an engagement party and I was on my own and I tried to take it off over my head and I got stuck with my arms up in the air and the dress on me and I had very minimal underwear on and had to yell out for the sales assistant to come in and kind of reef the dress off over my head.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
That is magnificent.
We've all had that moment where you think, oh, my God, I'm not going to be able to get out of this, but you really couldn't get out of it.
I really couldn't, and I feel like I heard the seam maybe like split a little as she pulled it off, but I was, obviously I didn't want to buy it. It didn't fit me. I couldn't get it off. So I had to kind of, race out of the shop as quick as I could. It was so mortifying.
Carolee, how long was the wait? So obviously you've got the dress up over your head. You're all, what's that saying? Something you're all agog to mischief, or
Yeah, legs akimbo, all agog for mischief.
all agog for mischief. You are, Carolee. And how long did it take for you to actually drum up the courage to call the shop assistant?
Oh, quite some time. And then the longer I waited, I was getting more hot and flustered.
Yeah.
So then I felt more stuck.
Yes.
And I was trying to be really subtle about it and just say, excuse me. But, it took a little while for them to kind of hear me. And then, she's like, oh, do you need something? And I was like, yes, I need you to come in here, please. I need you to help me.
Carolee, bury that trauma with 6 bottles of wine from the Zonzo estate.
Bury it deep, Carolee.
Enjoy your long drop deep. Or enjoy authentic Italian cuisine paired with the perfect drop at Zonzo estate in the heart of the Yarra Valley. Michael, what'd you get stuck in?
I got stuck underground in a cave system.
Nightmare.
Jeez.
How did that happen?
So we were caving through, into one point and exit another point. We abseiled down 30 metres, and then you had to go, on gradually get your way through the system. And I was a little bit overweight, and I had to squeeze myself through a few tight spots, and then I got stuck.
Really? So were you digging a cave or was it an existing cave?
No, existing cave, a limestone cave from memory, yeah.
Wow, Michael. So how did you get out?
We eventually had to backtrack, and the where we had abseiled down wasn't really set up to climb back out of, and we didn't have the right equipment. So it took us about 7 hours to finally get out, and we had a team on the surface of about 10 people that set up systems to be able to basically winch us up.
And did you ever go caving again?
I did, yes. 12 months to the day, I went back through the cave system because I'd lost about 40 kilos. and made it through the system.
Well done,
You
Mickey.
slid through like the slip of the thing that you are,
That's
Michael.
amazing. A Hoyt's recliner double pass. Extra comfy recliners. Just the beginning at Hoyt's Cinemas. Book now at hoyts.com.au. Fantastic talk topic,
Great
John.
phoner.
Yeah.
Where did you get stuck?
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Melbourne, welcome to your Thursday. It's going to be a beautiful day, and we welcome to the microphone our friend Samuel Pang.
Good morning, Melbourne.
Good on you, Sammy. That's it,
Deano.
bringing the
Feeling
energy.
your thing. It's just wonderful to see you all. Good morning, everyone. And see, that's what I'm talking about. What a very entertaining and crisp 6 till 7 hour. It wasn't long enough for mine.
Look, we're running a little late, so let's cut to the chase. Got a photograph last night of you, Sam, enjoying a bowl of noodles. Did someone say wank bank? Yes.
I did, yes.
They were the David Chang noodles that I ordered from New York City via Nashville for you. You've been wanted them for years. They've sold out worldwide. I managed to procure you a packet.
In a very, very impressive effort from you. I want that on the record. The idea that you've gone via the website in the States, which was sold out. You waited till there was stock. Then you got a conduit, someone in Nashville.
Yep.
What's his name?
Hugh,
to send them over.
Yep.
They've arrived last night. 11 out of 10.
Really? They're worth it, are
They're
they?
life-changing.
What flavour did you have?
I had the soy and scallion. Of course, scallion is American for spring onions.
Thank you.
And they were amazing. And look, I started the meal fully clothed.
Yeah.
But by the end, I was naked. They were
With a bow
very-
tie on?
a spinning one.
I thank you for the photograph of the latter stages of that meal.
Thank you again, Christine.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Over 100. A reminder today and tomorrow, your last chance to get in the running for Nova's first class and 50K.
I've got a couple of loose ends I'd like to tie up, Swanee.
Lovely.
I don't think you'll believe this, but were you a Seinfeld viewer?
Yes, of course.
You were, weren't you? People forget how big that show was.
Never missed an
and a
episode.
Classic. It was free to wear, peak of its powers too. You watched it. It was on every Thursday night or every whenever.
What channel was it on back in the day?
10.
It's 10.
Strong answer. Conviction. Because I watched it.
Sure you did.
What about this one, Last week, a week and a half ago, while we were on holidays, Liz Sheridan, who played Jerry's mother, Helen, she passed away at the age of 93. This is, if you remember Jerry's mother in the show, she sounded like this.
How could you? How could I what? You were making out during Schindler's List?
That was one of the episodes there where Jerry got caught making out during Schindler's List. But then, also, okay, that's sad. Then, I went back and I think I Googled Seinfeld's mother and then also found out that, Estelle Harris, Estelle Costanza, of course, famous for playing George's mother in the show. And I think one of her favourite bits was, I think she came home and caught George with a bit of alone time, John, if you know what I mean. And she fell down and ended up in the hospital. George was visiting her.
You have nothing better to do at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? I go out for a quart of milk. I come home and find my son treating his body like it was an amusement park.
It's very strong.
Classic gear.
Hey, by the way, she passed away in April as well.
Yeah, she did.
At the age of 93. Ooh. George's mum from the show and Jerry's mum from the show both passed away in April at the age of 93.
How's Kramer's mum going? She'd be a bit nervous.
She'd be nervous if we ever met her. By the way, Estelle Harris also played Mrs. Potato Head.
Yes,
I'm packing you an extra pair of shoes and your angry eyes, just in case.
I feel like she played other mums as well.
Yeah, she was a great. I just couldn't believe that both mums passed away at the age of 93 within 2 weeks of each other. Swanee, the other thing I wanted to play was, this station has celebrated darts.
Yes.
And of course, 9 darters, maximums, as we call them.
Not another one.
No, I'm moving to snooker. And because, so stay with me, Swanee. Please stay in the studio. Because Neil Robinson, the great Australian, a marksman. Relax, Swanee.
Shooter Robinson.
Shooter. He was on the World Snooker Tour, and a maximum in snooker is 147, where you hit the red, so you get a red in, then a black. Red, black for 15 times, and then you knock over the colours at the end. And that's the biggest score you can get, 147.
Okay.
Last week, Neil Robinson did it. in the World Snooker Tour. Only the 12th time in history that it's happened in that tournament.
Big.
12th time.
It's a rare sporting feat, John. And like I said, it's 15 reds. So it's a red, black, 15 times each.
Yeah.
And then the 6 colours for a total of 147. It's unbelievable to listen to. Now listen, this only goes for 3 minutes 43 seconds. Let's go through.
How many?
Enjoy.
Let's go through and enjoy Neil Robinson with a maximum in snooker. Enjoy.
What you want?
Look at the commentary stuff. Oh, that sounded like a red one.
Yeah, red one.
Yeah, it was red.
Just get through to it.
Oh, the commentary.
Jack's angry.
That was a black one.
Relax, we won't play the whole thing, but I tell you what, we will
like
play.
it.
Let's just
Great
play the
suspense.
last. Let's play the last 2 shots because there was a lot of tension because he's getting there. The crowd's going bananas.
What's the last colours again? Or it doesn't matter.
No, the last one's
order.
a black. Last one's black.
Yeah, the last colour leading in. The last 2 or 3. Can't remember.
Fuchsia.
Is there a...
Teal.
Oh, my God. I've
there's an or- there-
absolutely lost the will to
Hang
live.
in
Wait
there.
till you hear the
It
last.
doesn't have to be in order, though, does there, with the multicolours? Does it have to be a specific order?
Yes, it does. It does. But anyway, listen to the last 2 shots, Brownie, okay? Because he's on one. The second last one takes him to 140, and then he needs the black for the finish, Swanee.
Maximum break at the Crucible Theatre.
You just heard Neil Robinson with a maximum in snooker.
With respect.
With respect, what?
Never do that again. Stick to dark.
Never-
Dark is good.
From the top.
You are.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Uh-oh, it's time to make someone's dreams come true. It's raining down. What's up?
I would have thought, by the way, that I've already made dreams come true by playing snooker on this station. But anyway.
Can I thank you for that? That was
You're
life-changing.
welcome. You're welcome.
I love that. How about you, Swanee?
Oh, I loved it too.
Yes. John?
Can't wait for the next
Magnificent.
instalment.
Julian, good morning.
Good morning. My favourite song is Dong.
Yeah, it is, brother. Your favourite song is Dong. Now, doesn't make... Who cares that doesn't make sense?
It doesn't make sense.
Because Vietnam is home to one of the great currencies of the world, the humble dong. And just like Eddie's Millionaire show, we're playing a similar game, Who Wants to Be a Vietnamese Millionaire? Now, 3 questions will get you that dong, $1 million dong we're talking. So let's get straight into it. What would you rather kick, a Torp or Ian Thorpe?
A Torp.
Got it.
That was a tough question, though.
That's one.
Tricky
That's
one.
1 for 1.
2 questions off,
2
man.
questions off $1 million dong.
Vietnam's a beautiful place. You know when you go on holidays and you're at the airport and you got too much of that currency left in your wallet?
Yeah.
I was at the airport and I'm like, this dong is burning a hole in my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend it.
Yeah.
And I did.
What on?
Is that it? That's the whole story.
What on?
What are you more likely to be attacked by, a bird or Amber Heard?
A bird.
Got it. A reminder that Brodie writes these questions.
They just got to rhyme, apparently. They don't have to make any sense.
Nah, that's not the formula. Who would you rather fall asleep inside, a Rolls Royce or Barnaby Jones?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Mate, what's happened to this man?
What's your answer, Julian?
I didn't even hear the second
Oh, you got
one.
to do it again.
Good, we get to
Still
go.
with the
No, we
first
don't
answer.
do it again.
Well,
do
yeah, we do, absolutely. Now, this is for $1 million dong, friends. So
Good
just,
exchange rate at the moment, too, Deano.
yes, brother. Who would you rather fall asleep inside? A Rolls Royce or Barnaby Joyce?
A Rolls Royce.
No, Barnaby, we're not going to need you for this. We're not going to need you. I'm just getting rid of Barnaby. He's turned up.
How are you going to spend that money, Julian?
Look, mate, I tell you what, I might have to put it...
Nova.
Chrissie Swan, Sam Pang and Jonathan Brown.
Chrissie's Celebrity Star.
Happy birthday to Lizzo, turning 34. She was, what do you call it? Door stopped by the Paps on the way out of her party, out of her dinner with her new boyfriend. And the Paps said, what are you after for your birthday?
Give me something, baby.
Just stream about damn time and pre-save my album special. I'm just kidding. I want some dick.
Sam's face.
Oh, sorry.
You want it again?
I was going to say.
Of course he does.
Of course he does.
Does he?
Give me something, baby.
Just stream about damn time
It's her album.
and pre-save my album special. I'm just kidding. I want some dick.
An incurable romantic. I always had a suspicion that Lizzo was an incurable romantic.
And then there you
By the
go.
way, you're playing that. Don't get upset at me playing snooker.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That snooker's miles above that. That's a disgrace.
That's interesting and naughty.
It's a draw
And
between.
snooker is neither of those
Close
things.
draw.
Hey.
Yes, Jonathan?
Brownie's
John?
quiet.
No. I'm
Brownie's
just,
quiet.
no, I'm just enjoying the story.
Anyway, good on you, Lizzo.
All the best.
We had a
Yeah, all
laugh
the
about
best.
her boyfriend.
Michaela.
Who was the
handbag.
boyfriend?
D and the T, if
Her,
you know what I'm
her
saying.
boyfriend,
Oh, yeah.
Mike Wright.
Mike Wright.
Yeah, he's an actor.
Oh, yeah?
They were first spotted together in February.
He's been
What's
an extra.
Mike Wright been in?
He's been an extra.
Come on,
he's
Mike.
he's been an extra in Lizzo's reality show playing her boyfriend. No, he's a good guy.
Nah, good on him.
I mean, Mike Wright's got a big future.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
You
Has
know
he?
what? If he's an actor and his name's Mike Wright, there is no possible chance that he rockets to superstardom.
Why not?
Oh, have you seen the new Mike Wright
No, but
film?
his name is spelt M-Y-K-E.
Whoa!
He's going to make it.
That changes everything.
Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie.
It's time to get classy.
Titus O'Reily.
Hats.
He talks about football. Mostly on Twitter.
280 characters.
And on this show as well.
Welcome, Titus O'Reilly.
Terrific to be in.
What a joy to see you.
Geez, you look sharp.
Yeah,
Is it
you
three-piece?
do.
It is a three-piece
Yeah, but
suit,
you-
we should say.
Codpiece.
What else could it be?
Did you ever
This isn't
have?
snooker, which you can just picture perfectly on radio.
Did you ever have a? Did you ever have a double breast? Did you ever go rock the double-breasted look?
No, because I don't know if I did. Maybe back in the 30s.
Oh, God.
Some
All
your
of a sudden,
some of your
we're in
jokes are
character.
from.
Last week you disrespected us by wearing just a jumper, and I'm glad you didn't do it again.
It didn't feel right, Swan.
No, it was yuck.
No, it didn't.
Well, I was coming back from the peninsula, the pointy end of the peninsula, I should say. So that was why I was.
Listen to him.
But
What's news?
well,
When does the elite part of the peninsula stop?
I'd say Sorrento. Don't you? Now,
Back towards Melbourne now.
yeah, that's right. I visited the outer suburbs, though. I didn't just speed past. I went to a place. I remember the haunting
Gary.
look of the teenagers in this suburb when my driver got lost.
Yeah.
And I used to have nightmares about this. I'll never forget my trip to Baldwin.
Riffraff.
Can't believe you got out of there.
Oh, scary place. Now, we should say the Melbourne are going to have about 3 or 4 players out and their coach from COVID.
Really? The coach has gone down as well.
Simon Goodwin's not going to be there. Keziah Pickett's not going to be there. Luke Jackson. So there's a lot going down. And I think this is soft. Back in the day, athletes would... I'm not saying these players don't want to play. They should be allowed to play even if they had COVID. Really. Because back in the day, various sports people would play even if they died during the day.
Even if they died?
Even if they died, they'd still come back and try and play.
I feel like you've got a story that supports this outrageous claim.
Well, you would remember the May 8th, 1936.
We were all there. It was a great day.
In the horse racing that season, Bing Crosby. Now, for people who don't know who Bing Crosby is, there he is. He was sort of the Harry Styles of his day.
He was.
If Harry Styles had kids and was terrible towards them. And anyway... So a jockey...
He wasn't a nice
parent.
No.
So he was offering a 500 gold watch to whoever won the Jockeys Championship, whoever was the most successful jockey that season in California. And there was a young guy called Ralph Neves. He was 19 years old, and he was leading, and there was only a few race days left to go. And in the third race, at the Bay Meadows racetrack, he was thrown from his horse and he hit his head on the railing. And the track physician came out, J.A. Warburton, and he was the first on scene. He checked his pulse, shook his head to everyone and said he's dead.
Oh.
So he stretched it off the track, and the track announcer came over the PA system and said, "We regret to inform you Ralph Neves is dead. Please stand in silent prayer." The crowd all hushed, and they went back to racing because this was the 30s. They didn't stop the race.
Got to get on with it.
Anyway, a friend's dad heard this on the radio and rushed to the morgue. A friend of the jockey rushed to the morgue, who was a doctor. He rushed there and he looks at the patient and goes, the body and goes, this person isn't dead.
What?
And gave him a shot of adrenaline and he woke up. And he's on the morgue, on the slab with a toe tag on.
Wow.
He wakes up and he says, What's happened? And they said, "You fell off your horse." And he goes, "I got to win the gold watch." And he leaves the morgue with doctors trailing him, hails a taxi, goes back to the racetrack, walks out onto the racetrack in front of the crowd who've just been told he's dead. And they all say, "What are you doing?" And he says, I'm alive. I want to race." And he's wandering, and then he passed out pretty much on the track at the same space where he crashed. They take him to the steward's room. He wakes up again. He says, I've got to compete. I've got to win this gold watch.
Oh, God, just give him the
It's
watch.
that day. And they say, "No, you can't. You can't do it."
Concussion
anyway,
protocols?
bit like I don't think they had concussion protocols, but they said, "No, you can't race." So anyway, the next day, he turns up the racetrack and races in 4 races and wins them all with a newspaper front page saying, "Neves called dead in full, denies it." He then wins the watch, and he remains the only jockey in American racing history to be declared dead and return to racing.
That is what a
What about those doctors? What's the giveaway, by the way, that this patient lying on the slab with the toe tag may not be dead?
Apparently,
the heart is still beating.
He's breathing.
And he's breathing.
Still warm.
He's snoring.
Titus is here. Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Browny.
Okay, Titus O'Reilly's here. What's going on with these TV rights?
I'll stand up for this.
Are you standing up for this?
Whoa.
Yeah, this might affect you.
No, it won't. It won't. What do you got?
I've heard that they're
What's the
head
latest?
Well, Channel 10, who also do own they're part of the
Paramount.
CBS Viacom International Global thing. They've got Paramount Plus and they've got Channel 10. They're going to put in a bid for the TV rights for the AFL.
Do you remember Channel 10 had the rights for 5
years.
At least 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did, because before the game was
Before the
on.
game was on.
Yeah.
That's when Peter Dakos was
Commentating.
Peter Dakos. That's my favourite footy name.
It's the greatest.
Dakos.
Peter Dakos was, can't think of an athlete who was so exciting on the field and so not exciting in commentary.
Well, he was on front bar a couple of weeks ago. He was
I thought you did a lot of heavy lifting. So anyway, the AFL deal, they signed back in 2015, which is a 7-year deal, which has been extended slightly during the pandemic. It was $2.5 billion. So that's what
Seems
they got.
a lot.
The NFL one, which is similar time, is $100 billion, which that's getting into like this breakfast show's salaries budget. And it's amazing how much this has changed, because it used to be no one cared about TV rights. It was only really in the 90s anyone bothered with TV
Wasn't
rights.
until about mid-90s, wasn't it? Until
the 1996 was the first big one, which was about 600 million, which is and that was over about 4 or 5 years.
I think you still want to be careful. I think it's a pretty dry topic that not many care about. So you'd want to have a point here.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
All right.
Wow, jeez, that's a little...
Jeez. Titus, look at me.
He's up and about today, Sam.
Titus,
this is the man that bought snooker to radio.
It's amazing,
He's
isn't it?
having a go at me being dry, isn't he?
Hey, if you ever want to...
You loved that, though.
I did love this.
Listen to it.
It's
That was a red
beautiful.
one?
It just transitions so well.
Makes me angry.
Ooh.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, then you'll be hearing it a lot then.
Wait till we bring Bridge.
Oh, my God.
We think Deano's going to be the bridge operator.
Oh, yeah.
Bridge conductor.
What
at the
does this
golf
mean?
club.
Seven going to lose
So
it?
in 1956, the ABC paid £25 for the rights to broadcast the cricket. And in 1957, the VFL, the then VFL, they got $500 a week. And they hated it so much that they actually would only play the last quarter because they didn't want people to not go to the game.
Wow. Oh, yeah,
and
that's
those TV rights weren't exclusive. So you paid to show it, but anyone could show it. And then what is now the NRL, they went around trying to sell them in 1973 and no one would take them.
Wow.
They went and said, who wants to broadcast it? And eventually the ABC agreed, and I think they were pretty much paying them.
That's amazing considering that both NRL up north and AFL, they're the jewel in the crown of both those free-to-air networks, 7 and 9, aren't they?
Yeah, so when Kerry Packer then came in the 70s and took it all over as World Series cricket, he brought in an innovation, and the big innovation they sold that on to the public was that for the cricket, was that there would be more than one camera angle.
Was it stump cam?
Wow.
So it used to just be a camera behind the bowler, and that was it.
Yeah, I remember watching cricket. The first time I ever watched cricket
for like 20 years.
Was you saw, like, if the camera was up the end where the bowler was, it's fine. You saw the back of the bowler running in and you saw the front of the batsman. Then, for the next thing when they change ends, you'd be behind the wicket
From
keeper.
the other end.
Yeah,
they'd cover it for...
Crazy.
Well, when they brought stump cam in, that was like the biggest revolution in TV.
Yeah.
But people, when they brought in several other cameras, if they changed it more than every 10 minutes, people had to go over lie down.
It was a lot to take, really.
So just one question though: where are the football rights?
Good question. You know what's holding them up?
What?
As part of the deal, Shaquille O'Neal is coming out to Melbourne, and they've got to work out who's going to host that.
Yes. How's that going?
Exactly. It's tied up with the football rights.
I don't know.
Jackie, have we made any progress with Pang hosting Shaq?
Yeah. It's still in the works. I don't want to say it's looking positive, but I don't want to be still in the communication.
Yeah,
okay. There is.
Positive, or is it starting?
Yeah, are we there?
Is it starting to temper a little bit?
Because they've already asked me, but I said hold off.
Yes.
Brownie, have you got anything to give about the? I want to know.
Yeah, are you in trouble here, Brownie, or were you just?
I thought so. Foxtel and KO I've got for another 2 years, and the digital rights is the jewel in the crown now. Which KO owns.
I read somewhere, or someone passed it on where the AFL were a bit not. What was it? They're not overly thrilled with their Channel 7 not having any football shows.
Well, they cancelled Game Day and Footy Classified.
So Channel 7 basically just show the games. And I suppose they got Front Bar, but then Channel 9
Front Bar, that's moving to 5 nights a week.
Yes. Christine, the easy answer there for Channel 7, the reason they don't have other football shows, their salary cap is full.
Oh, that is... Just ridiculous.
No, obviously.
Murray, the killer. He's taking it all.
It's interesting, though, that Channel 9 don't have the rights to the show and have more football shows than 7, don't you think? They got classified twice, the footy show on a Sunday. That's weird, isn't it?
Oh, why wouldn't you show Mates on a Mission? Just show that more.
Oh, yes.
That's why the footy shows aren't on.
What is going on?
Come on, mate.
Titus, I hope the D's win because they're killing it, even though all those players are out. See you later. What else? You got anything?
Oh, Cheap Seats next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, we're back.
Welcome back.
We're back.
It was on Tuesday night.
Yeah. We won the slot. That's all I care about, the ratings.
How do you think it went?
I thought everyone else's bit was good.
It's spot on.
See you, mate.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your 8 o'clock. It's going to be a beautiful day today. 23. Sunny. How are you losers going to use that weather today? Jonathan.
I bought a rowing... Sorry, not I. We.
Yes!
We bought a rowing machine.
You've made another company investment, I see.
Little company investment.
Part owners.
We're part owners in a rowing machine.
Connections
We are
in a rowing
connections in a
machine.
rowing
And it
machine.
gets delivered today. I'll be out the front waiting for. They've given me a 4-hour window, so there'll be a little bit of twiddling of thumbs, but that's okay.
And it's going into the car park where you've built a little mini gym.
Show some respect. It's the Iron Car Park.
Sorry, the Iron Car Park. I've got to go down there. I've been there once to have a look, but I haven't worked out.
Oh, mate.
It's like the
I want to.
It's like the barn from Rocky IV.
Very similar.
Yeah, the fire in
Very
the corner.
similar.
Paulie's there. You got the wagon for the horse and cart. Now we need to name the rower.
Oh, good point.
We need to
See,
name it.
when you think about rowing, Swanee, do you know anything? I reckon we've got about the same amount of... With the rowing, right?
No,
there was
I
the
know the
awesome,
name.
Awesome foursome.
I've got the name.
James
I've got the
Tompkin.
name.
What?
I want some pomp and circumstance, please. Some pomp and ceremony. The rower's name is Lay Down Sally.
Yes!
After who?
Sally
Pierce.
Robbins. Sally Robbins.
Oh, Robbins.
What about
you
just...
led me down the garden
What about
path.
just Sally? Lay Down Sally's too long.
No, Lay Down Sally. Lay Down Sally. 4 syllables. That's fine. Are you
Well,
going?
can
Are
we
you
shorten
using
it to
Lay Down
Sally?
Sally?
'Cause we got.
Are you using Sal?
Yeah, Sal.
Sal.
That's good.
I
Okay.
think it's Sal.
Yeah.
Okay, let's label it up. We'll get a nice logo done for it.
We haven't worked out percentage-wise
No, I was going
how
to
the
say.
payments...
Well,
It was
Okay,
$699
All right,
so-
settle down.
plus postage and handling of $85.
So what percentage do I pay?
Hey, I'm not paying for... You're paying for the postage and handling.
Oh, mate, come on, it was a 45-minute drive out to Brayside.
No, come
Lovely
on, mate.
people at Powertrain, which we're not getting any discount. This is not an ad.
We bought this, the three of us,
Bought
we
it
bought it.
legitimately.
But how much are you putting in for the 700?
I reckon it's $30, $40, mate.
Thanks, John.
No, you'd be putting more than that.
Thanks, John.
Split
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
I want some tropical stuff.
Samuel,
I'll give you a sense of the day. So there's another...
in your face.
Yes.
Prime Minister Scott Morrison has agreed to a second election debate with Anthony Albanese, Sunday, May the 8th.
What channel?
What? Channel 9. And it'll go to air during the usual 60 minutes time slot. I know, John, you still watch that, so you're not going to be able to watch 60 minutes that night. You'll have to go to the debate. I don't know how the first one went. Does anyone care anymore?
Don't think so. They still have
Was
the
there a
worm?
worm? Yeah, was there a worm?
Was there a worm?
No worm.
No worm. I'm not. I pick and choose what I dip into in terms of the election because I find a lot of it very dull. But I did see advertised an InStyle magazine cover story, fantastic stylish photograph of Anthony Albanese, and he's being interviewed by Grace Tame. That is something I would read.
Right on.
Anthony Albanese interviewed by Grace Tame, don't you think?
You and your left-wing latte-sipping mates can enjoy that. Over here.
I just think that would be a very interesting interview.
I do too.
There's a lot of billboards around the area. Billboards on houses, especially in the Burundara area.
Speaking of Anthony Albanese, he leaves isolation today because he had COVID.
He did. He hasn't missed anything, I don't think.
Walk it off.
Walk it off, elbow. Johnny Depp, what's the late? Any keeping up to date with that?
Johnny, well, they're going through the
Trying not to.
Amber Heard's about to
Juicy.
go to the testimony doc.
I got something.
Yeah, the witness.
It just
witness stand.
feels, honestly, it feels like it's none of our business.
The cigarette thing. She said that he put out a cigarette on her. I listened to that section of it.
Yeah.
It's not remotely close to what happened, but that's just
really?
one little bit. So he
Defense rests, Your Honour.
No, but I'm just saying he didn't go up to someone and go with a cigarette. That just didn't happen.
He's keeping himself entertained, by the way, in court by drawing portraits on Post-it notes. He was captured
Well, it would be boring.
on Tuesday, passing the impromptu courtroom sketch to his lawyer on day 9 of the trial, and the Post-it note appears to feature a little, well, it says doodle of a woman, but like a little sketch of a woman.
You do that. That's the second thing that
Not when I'm
you
in
do.
court, though. In court, if I'm in court, I'm concentrating on what's happening in court as my...
You're on your sports bet app, just dropping cash.
Yeah.
You know,
Ladbrokes, now that Dave O'Neill's the new...
I have
The new
heard that.
voice for
You know
that.
who else was
What is that,
you know who
Ladbroke?
else was a doodler?
Who?
During meetings, Lethal.
What?
Lethal.
Was it just mindless doodling or was it
mindless?
portraits?
No, mindless doodles.
Just rampant doodling. Just doodles everywhere.
Not doodles of the boys, mindless doodling. Quite often just going back over words. And you knew he lost his attention, Swanee. So when he started doodling, I thought, not an interesting point, this one. Shut up.
Speaking
Move on.
Speaking of Lee.
Rampant doodling. That was my ID on rsvp.com.au in the 90s. Rampant doodling, 73.
Lee Matthews, by the way, has spoken out. He's hit out at inappropriate Anzac Day move to the decision to have the flamboyant rock band Lime Cordiale perform at the Anzac Day clash was inappropriate, according to your old coach. Your thoughts, John?
Walk
it off, Lee.
Go and doodle something else. But Lime Cordiale, when did they play?
Well, they played before
before the bugler.
Yeah.
He wanted chisel.
Yeah, that would have been.
He wanted.
Wasn't it about what they were wearing?
Yeah, the bit he's described them as a flamboyantly dressed rock band. He's getting old, Lee. He's getting grumpy.
It's funny because on the commentary a couple of weeks ago when he was commentating and Mason Cox from Collingwood was playing, Mason's wearing the speed dealer Arnett glasses now.
Oh, yeah. Lee wouldn't like them, would he?
Well, he thought maybe Mason was wearing them as as like a fashion statement.
Did he?
He's not wearing them.
It was reminded on air by his fellow commentator that there is a safety measure.
Lee just rocks up and just says, "Oh, what's the go with the glasses on?" I'm not happy with that.
This is not a fashion field.
Okay, Lee's. He's got a medical exemption. And he's doing it. Well, whatever. I'm Lee Matthews. That's my view.
Yeah,
that's what he should
You
start.
might not like it.
You might not like it, but that's my view.
Brownie's been shot in Green.
I saw that this morning.
I don't even know who that is. It's Mahmood Brownie Ahmad, who's the Sydney, the Sydney underworld. It just hasn't grabbed me as much as the Melbourne underworld. You know what I mean? I love the Melbourne underworld.
You like the Melbourne version,
but they're
better.
like a warm blanket for me.
It's a poor man's underworld, right? Underbelly.
The oldest person in the world, Kane Tanaka, has died in Japan at the age of 119. Is it just me, or are people over 110 just dropping like flies? I seem to do one of these a week.
It's true.
It's like our golf club.
119.
Mate, he'd be a kid at our golf club.
With that person dead, who's the now oldest person in the world?
It's Tom Gleisner. So well done to Tom. Good on you, Tom. Yesterday, too, I talked about Al Pacino celebrating his 82nd birthday with his girlfriend of 28 years. No, she's 28, sorry. They haven't been together for 28 years.
No.
Her name was Noor Al-Falah, and she, I think I picked up a little bit of a, why are you pointing out the age difference? You know what I mean? As if it's a big thing. 54 years. I'd like to point out, too, that Al-Falah has got a bit of form, by the way. She's previously dated Mick Jagger at 78.
Right.
And words I'd never thought I'd see. Also linked to Clint Eastwood at 91.
Really?
Oh.
Jeez.
She's got a type.
No, she hasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, dead apparently. Necrophilia's involved here in some of this stuff.
She's got a type and a standing order of Viagra at the local chemist.
It feels as though I don't want to cast, but it feels as though she's just trying to pick out a clean kill. And unfortunately, these three old blokes are just kind of they've kept going.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You got a feel for Al-Falah.
Alan Nicole Smith did that.
Yeah,
her oil baron man died pretty quick.
Tullamarine man who thought he'd won $1 million after seeing the lotto draw on April 26, he's found out that he had not won $1 million.
Oh, that's sad.
He'd won 20 times that amount. See what I did there?
Whoa! I was sad, and then I was so happy.
He was in bed when the lotto team called on Wednesday morning to inform him of the win, and he thought he'd won $1 million, and instead he'd won $20 million. There you go.
Imagine.
I think. Anyway, the last thing I wanted to pay tribute was well done yesterday. How great was it to speak to Jimmy Zito from Hamilton?
Amazing.
It was a wonderful.
It was a good chat.
Good chat.
We really played it on the way in this morning. It was sounding really good.
Just is the understudy to almost all the parts in at Hamilton, which of course is in our fair city. It's amazing to think that.
Please see it. It finishes in August and it'll come up quicker than you expect.
And I just wanted to play my little highlight from it yesterday. So every now and then we get used to just being in your presence, but you really are amazing, Brownie. And JJ, he told you that he thought you were a legend. Your response, I really enjoyed. Have you seen Aussie Rules? Have you seen the football?
Yes, actually, I have.
This man used to play
I know.
it.
I read about you, man. You're a legend.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Agreed.
I read about you, man. You're a legend.
Yeah, thank you. I thought there was too much space between the comment and my thank you.
I remember enjoying that a lot, and I was thinking, hold on, why do I enjoy that a lot? Because you're famous for it, right? But do you remember where the original thank you came from, Swanee?
I think he was talking to you, wasn't he?
He was
Sam?
no, he was talking to us, but it was how would you describe this? Nonsensical.
Maybe that's my favourite M&M. I know you asked me yesterday.
Oh, my name is.
That was, maybe
I like
it was.
Lose Yourself.
Oh, do you, Sam?
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
We're going around the show asking
that?
for our favourite M&M. Swanee was asking for your favourite M&M song, and your response was, thank you.
How long ago was that? Jeez.
Hey, while we're on Jonathan,
Great stuff.
while we're
You
on
lost your mind,
Thank
mate.
you.
While
Thank
we're
you.
on Jonathan's brain, real quickly.
Not listening. Caught him not listening, and his immediate response was,
Thank you.
I must have received a compliment. Yep, thank you.
I know we're
It's a
late.
boring topic.
This morning we were playing a game where you had to buzz in with your name, and
Did
obviously
you hear this, Sam?
you go Chrissie or Brownie to buzz in.
Yeah.
And what Brownie squeezed out
know.
as his name, it can't be.
It's high pressure for me.
All right, mate.
'cause It's tough. Because Swanee's a gun at remembering lyrics.
I know she is.
Let's
You
go
know,
to the
so
tape.
I build the anxiety in my head, and then I just want to win. I'm
You've
competitive.
only got to say your name.
Just your name for the win.
Better.
Magic.
Sorry?
What did you end up saying? What was the
Well,
what was
well,
the
it was
word?
Badger or magic?
Magic.
Well,
I
it
thought
was a
it was
combination
Badger.
of Better Man, Brownie. Anyway,
Badger.
I've failed the concussion test.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Chrissie's massive tips.
Yeah. Here's a massive tip that came to me when I'd lost the will to live over school lunches. Do you make the school lunches, Jonathan?
No,
Okay.
Kyle's does. Well, obviously not there in the mornings, but I know you're not either. But obviously you're organised from the night
I do
before.
it the night before. Sam?
No, my kid doesn't eat until after school. She's she's intermittent fasting.
Let me tell you.
What?
For a long time.
I have, as usual, and I've said this many times, made a rod for my own back. Because when I was growing up, you were just happy with anything. Never had a comment. But my kids like certain things, and they're nice things, and they are time consuming.
That's on you. Could have cut that off early.
Absolutely, it is on me. Oh, absolutely, I've made a rod for my own back. And
Swanee, sorry to interrupt, but this is Leo, your son, enjoying steak. This is where it's got to.
Sure.
It disappears. It knocks. It's as if it were never there.
Beautifully described. Beautifully
Where was that?
He's eating a steak in his restaurant,
That was an 18-hour brisket.
overwhelmed with emotion. It's as if it was never there.
If I ever see that kid again, you tell him. In one message.
He's coming for
I'm going to fold him.
Oh, you
I'll
will
knock him
fold
right out.
I'll just give you. Look, I'll give you a. I'll give you a very brief idea of what the culinary monsters I've created. You know, Leo was like, "How come we never have breakfast from McDonald's? Everyone has breakfast from McDonald's." And I said, "Oh, well, I just have never done it. I make you eggs at home because I want them." So I went to eat the eggs, and he took one bite of it, and he goes, "Oh, I've just realised I like my eggs organic, free range." Okay, so that's what we're dealing with here, and it just spiralled out of control towards the end of first term. I was having to get fresh hot chickens and avocados and wrap the avocado in lettuce leaves with salt and pepper.
Psycho.
Yeah, and then put that in the roll with 2 different types of mayonnaise because my sons have different preferences. It was...
It's got serial killer written all over it.
Yeah, it was like that.
Keep an eye on your pets.
You know that meme on Instagram with a sort of middle-aged woman looking up and there's just like formulas and numbers.
Yes.
That was me every night. And then, so that's the son's thing. And then Peg, my daughter, is even more fussy and I just couldn't hit on anything. It was taking me 45 minutes a night.
I'm trying to think. I don't know how this
Losing
would
my
go in your
mind.
house, Brownie, if you were in charge of this.
I was losing my mind. And I kept on asking questions like, because then the lunches would come back after all that effort. They still wouldn't.
Oh, that's the killer.
Jeez.
And I'm like,
That infuriates me.
guys, we spoke on Tuesday. You said that you wanted that. I've walked down and I've got a hot chicken because you like it. And then to open it up, it's devastating to me.
Oh.
So yesterday, as school was going back, I've cut myself some slack and I've cut a deal with the kids. I said, all right, you're going to have tuck shop. You're going to have tuck shop every day. Tuck shops are very healthy now. You get like a
someone's
pita
doing
bread.
well.
Yes.
Wow.
Surprisingly expensive.
What's it?
Yeah. Pita bread, pizzas and sushi.
Beautiful.
That's what you get now. Right?
Is it?
Yeah. So Kit has sushi and Peg has a pita bread, pizza. Anyway, I ticked every box online to do it, and I clicked go, and the full term.
Oh.
I do not have to think about lunch orders.
The same food every
Lunch.
day.
Yeah.
How do they go with that? The same?
Well, I don't know. We're only on day 2. And I said to them last night, you remember the deal we made? We're going to try this for a term. We're going to try it. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, we'll reconvene. But I don't want you. What it means is that you're going to eat the same thing every day. And that's fine. I don't want to hear about it. We're doing it for a term. And so that's what we're doing, and I recommend it. It came to $730 for 2 kids for the term.
That's
I think it's sort of all right.
Probably you're right. By the time you add up, you stack up, I suppose, making the lunches.
And the hours. This is the thing, the hours and the anxiety. Plus, I realised in tandem that you only remember about 5 things from your childhood anyway. So what am I worried about? They're not going to remember it. They're going to remember anything. Do you know what I mean? There's like 5 things I remember out of my childhood. Why am I running myself into the ground trying to make the most perfect scenario for them when their life hasn't even begun?
They'll remember the foreclosure on the house, though. You can't pay for the lunches.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
My crowning glory in my sporting career was last night when I hosted the Carlton draft. Where,
Magical.
8 former AFL legends were drafted out to country or suburban clubs. They ended up mainly being country clubs, actually. And I had the great pleasure of being the commissioner to do my first ever draft, Swanee. It was on Fox Footy at 8:30.
Very exciting.
It was great. So we held the draft last night. This is how it went at the start.
Jonathan Brown to officially get things underway.
Thank you, Sarah. AFL legends, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the inaugural Carlton draft, where 8 AFL legends will be drafted to a local footy club for one special match that will give their communities a much-needed boost. All the best.
Look at you. You're good. You're a good MC.
With pick number 1, the Port Arlington Demons select Nathan Jones.
The best, my man. Good choice. Good
Your
choice,
boy.
my
So
boy.
he's very excited. He was
How
at
did
the
you
pub.
pick the teams? How did the 8 teams? How do you pick
So
the 8
over
teams?
600 clubs registered in Victoria, and they went into a lottery. And obviously Port Arlington were drawn out first, so they got the first pick.
Where was the draw? Is the official draw?
Official draw was held at the Rising Sun Hotel
behind closed doors
in Richmond.
Some of the.
No, there was a big crowd there. Didn't you hear the applause, which may have been cut in? But no, there was a big crowd there.
Did Nathan Jones ask about me?
Absolutely. He wanted to serenade you. He was so excited he went number 1, Swanee. And what a good-looking man. I was surprised, I must admit, because the
And
other
a
players...
lovely man. I need to say that at that point.
A lovely man. The other players involved, Eddie Betts, Sean Burgoyne, Jared Ruffhead, Cameron Mooney, Alex Rance, Brendan Goddard and Dale Thomas.
Big names.
So they're all
Big names.
So they're all cooked. They're all done. They all can they even walk and run anymore? These blokes?
Eddie played on the weekend. Like legit play.
Nathan Jones. He can't even walk anymore.
Nathan Jones, Eddie
Nathan
Betts
Jones
and
can
Sean
walk.
Burgoyne just retired.
Nathan Jones runs marathons.
He does.
What do you do?
A bit different to running a marathon when there are actually other players out there that can tackle you.
Oh, what you're saying, a runner of marathons isn't fit enough for a game in whoop-whoop.
Different sort of fitness, Swanee. You get tackled, you go to the ground, you've got to get up.
I will not hear a bad word about Nathan.
He's cooked and he's embarrassing himself.
There'll be some huge crowds. Huge crowds will get out, especially
Why, to come
Eddie
see some
Betts.
old war horse, some some bald man who can't even run anymore. That's what they're going to come out and say, are they?
Mate, Eddie Betts played on the weekend up at Rumbala and took Mark of the Year on a bloke's head. Absolutely. So he's still got the moxie. Don't worry about that.
What did you do this weekend?
Yes, yeah.
Drink 7 bottles of Pinot?
Bang!
8.
No. He's back on the stollies. He loves the stollies.
Oh, my God, guess what? In Warrnambool, you can still get West Coast Cooler.
I know.
Ooh, now that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because
road trip.
Because it's in the West Coast. Anyway, if you want to hear the rest of the selections.
Yes, I do.
There's 7 more selections to go. The footy clubs were Branksome Wallasdale, which is out past Warrnambool Way. Longwood, which is up north, I think, towards Shepparton. Daleston, it's Gippsland. Gormandale's Gippsland. Campbell's Creek out towards Bendigo, I think.
What are you, Mr. Melway's over there?
Well, I'm just saying the footy clubs that got picked out. North Wangaratta and Neil Sporting Club.
Life-changing for these
Absolutely.
clubs.
Well, they could earn huge money because there's a sportsman's night that night.
Ah, there you go.
So
It's a great idea.
I'm not sure how BJ will go at the sportsman's night after it.
Oh, Nathan Jones would want to.
You want to lift?
He'd want to ring someone else for some anecdotes.
Is the town that Eddie's playing in?
Eddie's about 4 hours.
Oh, that's
4 hours. But I reckon there'll be 5,000 people at Branksome Wallasdale.
Is it this weekend?
Over the next 2 months. They've got to pick a home game.
Yeah.
They go out and play. So
the player, all those names will play a game for that club, and then that night they'll have functions.
Big function.
That's a good.
Now, I just want to.
How much fun was it when we went to Tongala and to Mildura?
Yeah, we didn't play that.
Can't remember. If you're listening and you're lucky enough to play with one of these lovely men, please don't make it your thing to your MO to hurt that person.
Nah,
sometimes when a superstar comes to play with you, it's like, I'm going to get him, I'm going to take him down. Don't do that. Just have a nice game of football.
Yeah, especially if it's Nathan Jones. So just let him run around as if he's like running a marathon, and let him take a lot of bounces and just go up the wing and kick a few goals.
I'm
sure that'll happen.
Out of my mouth,
I'm sure that'll
Well, he's
happen.
a good-looking man. You don't want to mark him up. Here's the rest of the draft picks. With pick number 2, the mighty Branksome Wallasdale Saints have selected Eddie Betts. And with pick number 3, how good's a Cameron Mooney. And with pick number 4, Sean Burgoyne. And with pick number 5, Jared Roughhead. And with pick number 6, Campbell's Creek select Alex Rance. Okay, getting late in the draft count. With pick number 7, Brendan Goddard. And with pick number 8, and rather surprising to the man himself, being this late in the order, Dale Thomas.
Daisy went last.
That was the order. Daisy was last. He was a bit flat about it.
You're the
Alex
commissioner,
Rance a little bit late too.
Yeah, I reckon.
Rancy's your boy, son. He's Rancy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Has he been playing?
Not really.
No.
Not
it'd be
really.
perfect.
Yeah, be cooked. Anyway, that was the Carlton draft. That'll be good, fun games to go ahead and watch if you do get a chance.
Good job, Commissioner.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Over 100. Front bar's on tonight, 8:30, Channel 7. And we want to send you there, Mel in Montrose.
Hi, how are you?
Good, mate.
Mel, you ready to come along tonight?
I'm very excited. Yeah, my husband will be super excited.
So you two are in the you're taking your husband.
I think so. I think
right.
He'd be pretty disappointed if I didn't.
During
take
the
him.
breaks, I'll make myself known to you. All right, I'll put I'll
He
yell
will
out.
not. He's a showbiz arsehole. Mel.
Hey Mel, do you want to know the last thing Brownie said just before we came back on air?
Yes.
He said, "I've got a great signature." Is that true? You've got a really good signature, have you?
I've got a good signature.
And then the song ended.
And the song ended. Anyway.
And I cannot breathe.
Mel, you're coming to the front bar.
Well
I look forward
done, Mel.
to seeing you. And who else?
Jenny, but the phone's not working. I can't pick it up.
Oh,
But Jenny, even though you didn't technically get on the radio.
No, she can't go.
No, she's going to go to front bar. But the best news ever is she's on the penultimate day for first class and 50K.
Wow.
That's exciting.
Yeah, can't pick
so
her up.
Jenny, even though we can't pick you up, you
Jenny, I'll see you tonight.
yeah, well, go there and you're in the draw. You might be called tomorrow.
Watch
Amazing.
Front Bar tonight. It's going to be a ripper. And have a good day, Melbourne.
Bye.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend. Over 100.